I'm still waking up. This is my favorite mug. I've been trying to stay on top of what I've been spending and what I've been earning because I guess we have to do taxes soon. This is the most productive I've been in a couple of years with exclusively my own freelancing work, which is great. I found Kelsey Rodriguez. I'll link her. Her videos on the business of art and all that stuff are incredible. The videos that she puts out there are just transparent, and so this video is pretty much going to talk about what I have been spending to get Dork Witchery, the tarot service, off the ground. I am only able to afford to work as freelance because in our household, and my husband is the primary earner, I am working on catching up to him because I like taking myself seriously as a freelancer. I've never been happier in any job before. I freely admit that's a huge privilege that I know a lot of people don't have. Have I beat that horse to the ground yet? All right, let's do this. The first thing someone asked me was how I do the dual screen, by the way. Bonus info, it's OBS, so look for that little icon. It's a free service, it's a free software download, it's been safe, and I really love it. Huge shout out to the app Notion. I have just discovered, with the help of Kelsey Rodriguez yet again, Notion. I'm on the free version. It is so good for my ADHD brain. I could do calendar stuff. I have charts and income stats, what I've been spending. I just discovered about content planning. If you have tried Asana, Trello, anything like that, you'll kind of know what Notion is for. And there's also like journaling. It's like Scrivener and Asana all together. I can turn this into a table, or I can look at it as a board. Somebody was recently asking me about like, hey, what did it take to start Dork Witchery? And I am not yet an LLC, but I know that expense is coming. What I figured out was the averages for what I have been spending on Dork Witchery to launch the actual brand and business per month since I started. I think it was in February of 2022. This is what we've got. And I've listed these as best as I can remember in the order in which I purchased them. GoDaddy is the hosting site for dorkwitch.xyz, as well as my other website, ericadavis.xyz. The XYZ domains were really inexpensive. It's one of Google's something or others. I bought my domain dorkwitch.xyz. I own it for 3 years and it cost me $55.10. So that works out to be $1.50 a month. Absolutely worth it. And that even includes the fee for the extra protection plan that I got. I don't usually buy the warranty, but I did this time. Weebly, where what you actually see when you go to dorkwitch.xyz is $25 a month, and that is the basic business plan from my website because it includes unlimited amount of shop items. Google Workspace is how I got the email extension for my domain. So my email is erica@dorkwitch.xyz. That is $25 a month. The main reason I decided to do it was because I learned anything else goes directly into people's spam folders unless they explicitly drag it out. I am one of the laziest people, so if I could afford that extra $25 to not have to tell people like, hey, don't forget to dig me out of spam, I'm going to do that. To me, that's a value because that's less that I have to remember to do. Canva I use for making my YouTube thumbnails. A lot of the resources for my digital downloads, that's good stuff. MailChimp is how I use my newsletter. I went back and forth a few times between MailChimp's email function and Weebly's built-in function because I upgraded to Business Plus and it was nowhere near as comprehensive as MailChimp. OBS, what I use for recording dual screen videos. And it is free. So that's a great price for me right now. I am currently using the Calendly, the free version of Calendly as well. I'm tempted to do the updated one once more people are scheduling live readings with me. But until then, I'm just sticking with the free one. I think the big difference is their branding is on there with my branding. I use YouTube, as you very well know, for posting my private tarot readings. If somebody purchases an asynchronous one, which is instead of the live Zoom readings. I also use it for posting about my writing content, ADHD stuff, and hey, freelance biz stuff like you're watching right now. I actually love this function column. I added that because I wanted to remember what I'm doing with each one. ADHD, this is really helpful. I'm trying Webinar Geek. I have it for like 4 more days, so I better get my butt in gear. I'm on the free version right now, but once it kicks up, to see how business does after I do a webinar. I don't know if it's going to be a free webinar yet or a paid webinar. Stay tuned for that because I can cancel at any time. TubeBuddy. I cannot recommend TubeBuddy enough. This I also found out from Kelsey Rodriguez. Kelsey, thank you for bringing it to my attention. But it's about $2 a month. And this is analytics for YouTube. I didn't know what I didn't know about how to name YouTube videos, what to put in the description. Already, I've seen an uptick in my views because I'm thinking about when I was coaching for the SAT. You're teaching to the test. Like I am making videos of my heart, but on the back end of it, there's a way to title them and subtitle them. And it's so easy. And this will also have a link for Kelsey's video where she talks about that. This was an absolute privilege. I did this yesterday. I ordered new business cards for myself because I'm out of the old ones that I got about 5 or 6 years ago. I did use Moo, and I'm a big fan of Moo. They're not an affiliate yet, but maybe I should because I know there's always like discount codes or referral codes or something. I'm looking forward to seeing those cards. They're coming in October, and there's 100 of them. It was the minimum that I could afford, or the maximum I could afford at the time. That's a hefty expense. $54.31 is a chunk of my income right now. Next up, I am in what my therapist calls the testing phase. And as soon as I heard her say testing phase, I felt more comfortable dropping these several dozen dollars on ads just to see what helps. 73 impressions one of the ads got. I got 8 people clicking to my website and 0 sales. So that was just a $24 litmus test. That's about $12 more than I wanted to spend on that. But now I know Pinterest is not going to be very helpful for me because I also don't have, you'd think I love visual stuff, but I don't have the attention span for it. My next door ad, I spent $31 and I got a lot of clicks. I think my advantage there is that this is targeting my neighbors and I can put in my own zip code. That's going to be helpful. I'm really curious about starting in-person readings. Baby steps, but this is definitely an avenue because reasons and science. Did a second Pinterest ad and you can see I cut it in half almost. No, I knocked $10 off. Just tried it one more time. Didn't want it to just be a fluke. And same thing here. I really liked the results of the next door. So I tried that again. For this month, let's call this August actually, I am averaging $227.50 per month to run my freelance work, specifically dork witchery. I did not realize I was spending that much a month, so I'm gonna stop buying tiny little services until future notice, but I like what I have so far, and seeing it broken down like that in Notion is really, really helpful. So those are my expenses for running dork witchery. In the next video, I'm gonna show you what I earned in August of 2022, and it's going to be in Notion. If you want a tarot reading, dorkwitch.xyz. Like and subscribe. Any questions, drop them in the comments.